Do you know how to pop that coochie for a Greene?
There you go.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show.
Got the cameras, I'm about to
Good grief, what kind of show is this? My son listens to this show.
Breakfast Club with DJ Envy, the captain of this bitch.
With Angela Yee, the only one who can keep these guys in check.
Charlamagne the God.
I'm a lovable asshole, and this is the
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Morning USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne is out, and guess what
I
day
just heard
it is?
him.
Guess what day it is?
Hump day.
That's right, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. You know we play the yo-yo-yo-yos. We have that taped. Just in case he's late or he's not in. Like today, he's off, so we play his yo-yo-yo. Get people excited, get people up, wake people up.
And they're like, he's not here?
Yes, good morning. Well, we got a bunch of people stopping through this morning.
Who's stopping through?
We have Tank and Jay Valentine. Tank and Jay Valentine, they have a podcast.
R&B Money?
Yeah, we're going to be kicking it with them and then talking to Tank. Tank's been, like we said, Tank goes viral like every couple of months for some wild stuff that he says. Usually it's with Angela.
Now he can do it on his own platform.
Yeah, now he can do it on his own platform. So we're going to talk to Tank and Jay Valentine. And also the Lobby Boyz will be joining us this morning. Mayno and Jim Jones.
Oh my gosh. Now those guys go viral too.
Yes. And they have a new project out right now that you can pick that up. So we're going to kick it with them in a little bit. And let's get the show cracking. What'd you do yesterday? Anything?
What did I do yesterday? Let's see. I was at Juices for Life at our juice bar. And I did something. I was with my friend Tashara. She's a writer for Page 6. I have a lot of things coming up. BET Awards weekend is this weekend. And then next weekend is Essence Festival. I'm excited for both of those. So I'm trying to get myself together and pick up like all the things that I need to go on those trips. So I spent yesterday handling that. And then I had a meeting for my coffee shop, coffee company, Coffee Uplifts People.
Yeah, my kids' birthday parties, they're having a little shindig is this weekend. And I'm actually going to miss BET Awards, which sucks because I've been there every year and I really enjoy it. They usually put me on the red carpet and I love talking to the artists, but I can't make it this year because my kids will kill me if I miss their party, if I was late to their party, especially with all these flights being canceled and delayed. I ain't even playing with them. Not at all. So this weekend we're going to celebrate the kitty kids' birthdays. All right. Now we got front page news popping up. What we talking about?
Yes, Rob Gronkowski has announced his NFL retirement for the second time.
Gronk. All right, we'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Do the playoffs when it comes to the WNBA and Major League Baseball. So when we get to the playoffs, we'll give you some sports scores, and also when it comes to football. But not football right now, right?
Well, except that Rob Gronkowski has announced he's retiring for the second time.
Oh.
He posted on social media, in college I was asked to write about a dream job opportunity that I wanted to pursue and where the location would be. Every time I had to write about my future, no matter what, I picked being a professional football player. For that assignment, though, we had to pick the location, so I wrote that I wanted to play in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for many reasons, the sunny weather being number one. I completely forgot about writing this report until 2 years ago when I had the opportunity to join. So he goes on to talk about the friendships and relationships that he's made that will last forever. He said, I appreciate every single one of my teammates and coaches for giving everything they had as well. From retirement back to football and winning another championship and now back to chilling out. Thank you to all.
Yeah, I have one of those personalities where I don't think I could just let it go. I don't think I could retire. Especially when one of the, I ain't gonna say one of them, but the best quarterback ever comes back and you don't want to play, that means you're done. You're tired. Your body's over it. I don't think I could ever get to that level. I think they're going to have to carry me out of here.
All right. Well, Rob Gronkowski's agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said that Gronk could still come out of retirement if Tom Brady calls him during the season, per Adam Schefter.
Yeah, because I don't think I'd let go. Like, even with Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, he's one of the best. He's one of the GOATs. But I think he loves it so much, he just has to do something in boxing, whether it's those exhibitions or, whatever it is, training fights. He just can't let it go because he loves it so much.
And it's good money.
It's great money for Floyd.
And speaking of money, another month and it's another record for U.S. single-family rents that jumped 14% year over year in April. It's the 13th period of record-breaking annual gains, and that is driven by supply shortages, a strong job market. Another area that they said that was tracked that has the biggest gain at 41% is Miami.
Yeah.
So they're saying a 41% gain as far as rentals.
Now, a lot of people out there have been talking, the prices of houses are high, and people don't know if they should invest, or people don't know if they should, buy a two-family and rent it out. But if you think about it like this, yeah, prices are higher, but rents are the highest it's ever been. So it's kind of like you give and take a little bit.
Well, interest rates are high too right now. And then there's also a shortage of homes available for sale. So that's also driving the prices up and making sure that the market is kind of still. So Miami's number 1 on the list. Number 2 is Orlando. And these are for single family rentals, by the way. Number 3 is Phoenix. 4 is San Diego. 5 is Vegas. Number 6 is New York City, followed by DC, St. Louis, Philly, and then Honolulu.
Yeah. Miami's super duper high. I was looking at, every time I travel to any area, I just kind of go to Zillow when I'm on a plane and just look at the property prices and the houses. Miami is sky high. They say it's due to a lot of overseas money. A lot of people are coming
a lot
here,
of international people
parking their money in Miami and Florida, but it's right now it's just sky high.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. Again, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Lawrence.
Lawrence, what up? Get it off your chest.
Listen, I live in this community. Long story short, I live in this black community, and I'm seeing kids get killed almost every day. And the shooters are young kids, too. So I know you ain't supposed to say this, but I think that women have to be blamed for some of these kids killing these kids out here in these streets.
What are you talking about this morning?
I knew you was going to say that if I said, but the women have to be blamed for some of these murders in the black community.
Why is that?
Because they're picking men that know that they're no good. They're picking men that are no good.
So the men aren't to blame that are no good. The women are to blame.
Are you crazy this morning, man?
The women, the men, listen. The men are to blame, but the women are to blame too for the choices that they make in these men.
So then you're going to say you might as well blame the gun makers because they make the guns that allow the shootings. Are you going to blame them too?
No, you don't blame the gun makers.
Oh my goodness.
Listen. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If I have a pit bull, if I bought a pit bull puppy, and I leave him out by the tree all day, isn't he gonna be vicious?
Yes.
If I bring him in the house and show him love and attention and everything, he's more or less going to be a well-rounded dog, right?
So you're comparing black men to pit bulls tied to a tree.
That's what he's comparing them to.
Come on. Y'all are distracting.
No, we're not.
You are, because I'm saying something very simple.
Yes, you are.
If I'm a woman and I pick a man that's no good, and I knew he was no good, that's why I was attracted to him. Then when I have a baby with him and he leaves or whatever, then
so it's crazy that you're blaming women for, you say, men being no good.
What did you say?
I'm just so confused on how.
No, you're not.
I definitely. No, you know what? You're confused. That is the silliest thing I've ever. I can't believe he really thought he was smart.
Yes, that is, and he really came up with that. Like, honest, you know,
that was brilliant.
Sometimes you just don't argue with fools.
You should be mayor.
Don't tell him that. He might try. Hello, who's this?
This is Dominique from Duval.
Dominique from Duval. What up, Dominique? Get it off your chest.
What's going on, man? Good morning, Envy. Good morning, you.
Good morning.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my wife, man. She been busting her cooking for the last 6 months, man.
I'm glad she picked you.
Duval, man, give her what you say?
No, go ahead.
If you're here in Duval, man, follow her on Instagram at DA_PrettyBrown_show.
Okay.
Next time we go there, she got to cook for us. We got to hire her.
Yeah, come on. You tell her you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Okay, perfect.
And Envy, man, I got a son, man. He is fascinated with cars. I wanted to know, could you hook us up with the Atlanta show?
Atlanta show, you going to come on out?
Oh, yeah, you better know it. We love cars, man. We're going to the car show down here in Jacksonville. They ain't not like yours, but, man, we're going to enjoy it.
How old's your son?
5.
All right, well, kids 5 and under are free, so you ain't even got to worry about it.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your son will be free. Yeah, come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm going to announce some of the celebrity cars that I have this week, and it's Atlanta, July 9th. So Houston was amazing. So if you miss Houston, you're not going to want to miss the one in Atlanta. It's going to be so many celebrity cars, exotic cars, amusement rides for the kids, and activations. NASCAR will be there. The pit crew will show the kids how to actually change the tires. We had free haircuts. It was so much going on, man. It's a family fun day. So if you get an opportunity, definitely make it out to our Atlanta car show. Kids 5 and under are free. So if you have small children, bring them through, and there's going to be a lot for them to do, all right? Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
How we doing, man? It's King J the Blunt Man out of St. Augustine, Florida. How we doing this morning?
Hey. What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
How you doing, Angela Yee? So I just wanted to talk about an accomplishment that I had.
Talk to us.
Man, I finally got my LLC moved from Georgia. You know, how that paperwork is important.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally came out with a nice dance challenge, man. It's nice.
Oh, you got a dance challenge?
Nice.
What's the name of the dance challenge?
Man, it's called By the Water Dance Challenge. It's a song, but, you know, I'm trying to, you know, break the dance challenge. It's a different vibe, man. It's going to catch your attention for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, tag us on it. Let's check it out.
10-4. How y'all doing, though, this morning? Y'all doing good?
Everything is good. I ain't going to try the dance challenge, though. I was trying to ride the electronical bull at my car show last week. And although I looked like I fell slow, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt.
All right.
I feel you. Well, y'all have a good morning,
Maybe
man.
we get Justin Timberlake to do it.
Oh, man. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Banks from Anderson, Alabama.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Hey, I just wanted to speak on the Kevin Gates issue real quick, man.
Sure.
You gotta take that like comedy, right? We always love to say that everything ain't nothing off limits when it comes to comedy. So you gotta see it the same way as rap too. Ain't nothing off limits when it comes to rap. When you're talking about public figures or celebrities or anything like that, that's what rap has always been. So we can't take that so serious. And I really believe Hov knows that.
I don't know, and I don't think
I don't think
everything is off limit when it comes to comedy too. There's certain things that if people say, you're gonna get a reaction. If I don't think if any comedian talks about effing anybody's wife like that, I don't think it's just gonna be received with some handshakes or some applause. I think it's a problem, honestly. I don't care what comedian says
man, I feel like we can't pick and choose because we can't say that. Oh well, we can't take lyrics into court, right?
Correct.
So we can't. If we're gonna do that, and we can't take it that serious. It's just entertainment. We got to look at it at the same way in all aspects. It's all entertainment. Furthermore, I think Gates did his job. He had everybody talking. And that's what it's all about. That's what he's supposed to have done.
Well, I think he knew that it would be polarizing. Some people would think it was offensive, and some people would think, like how you think, that it's just entertainment.
And the great thing about it is everybody's entitled to their opinion. What you like, I might not like. What I like, you might not like. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I thought it was disrespectful. That's just how I feel. And maybe because I have a wife, maybe because, sometimes when people say something, I put my wife's name and feeling into it and says, well, how would I feel if somebody said that about my wife? Yeah, I would find that it's disrespectful. That's just me. But get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way, E?
Yes, and let's talk about Nick Cannon. Bree TAC, who is pregnant with his child, is talking about their relationship and also all the kids that he has. She sat down with B. Simone on her podcast, Know For Sure.
All right, we'll get into that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Nick Cannon's child's mama.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, a lot of people talk about Nick Cannon and his unconventional relationships with all of his children's mothers. And he has 7 kids with 4 different women as of now. Mm-hmm. But he does have babies on the way. And Bree Tiesi from Wildin' Out is one of the women that he is having a child with. She was on she was on her fellow Wildin' Out co-stars B. Simone and also Megan Brooks' podcast, the Know For Sure podcast. And here's what she had to say about Nick.
I don't have to like that you got 8 kids. I don't have to like nothing.
Right.
Nothing about any of this. But at the end of the day, it's like I make the conscious decision to be here with all of the information that I have because you gave me that opportunity, not because you lied to me or conned me or told me what I wanted to hear or whatever. It's not like some cult like everybody likes to think that it is.
You think you're in a cult?
I swear. He's the best dad. He tries so hard. Like I have so many friends that are just like fighting over their kids in court. The dads are never present. They don't help with anything. They're in these like damaged situations, and I'm just thankful that it's just not.
So she's on Wildin' Out? Mm-hmm. But is she a Wildin' Out girl or is she a comedian or?
Yeah, no, she's one of the models.
One of the models, okay.
Yes.
I just didn't know, I was just asking.
Mm-hmm. And so she said even if he gets married one day, settles down, she'll be happy for him and co-parent their child. And she said she loves him. And she said it's hard knowing that he's with other women, but she doesn't play the comparison game at all.
Well, it works for them. Congratulations. Anytime a baby comes in the world, it's an amazing
healthy,
thing. It's
nice,
a gift.
healthy baby.
So congratulations to them.
All right, now Travis Scott has a new car. He got a new Bugatti, and it's worth more than $5.5 million.
Which Bugatti is it? The Bugatti Chiron?
Yes.
Sport?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very beautiful. Beautiful car.
It's the Veyron.
Chiron.
Veyron Chiron Super Sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a sport. It's
that you would know about it.
Yeah, they're going right now. It's crazy because I think brand new they're like 4.5, but because of everything that's going on in the world, depending on options, so 5.5. I mean, Travis Scott has a host of cars. I tried to get a couple of them for the Houston car show, but
he said no.
I couldn't grab any of them. But maybe the next one. I think a lot of his cars in LA. I know he has a couple in Houston, but maybe next year I'll try to get some from Travis.
All right, now congratulations to Lil Baby. He was honored at the 35th Annual ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Music Awards. That was yesterday. That celebrates songwriters and publishers behind the biggest hip-hop, R&B, and gospel hits of 2022. And for the second year in a row, he was the ASCAP Songwriter of the Year. So congratulations to Lil Baby.
Yes,
he's not
congratulations
stopping anytime
to
soon.
And he's working. The documentary I heard is amazing. I didn't get a chance to check it out yet. I heard he got some new music coming out, so he's consistently working.
All right, now Twista is talking about gun violence and how it's a huge issue in Chicago, but he also has a gun safety camp. And so he was on TMZ Live and he was discussing his firearm education course, the gun camp. That's where he trains civilians to be smarter with their weapons.
I've learned about firearms like a lot of other people had, so I had negative perceptions. But once I became a firearms instructor and a competitive shooter and just got in it from a different angle, I was able to see firearms from a different view, and it gave me the passion to want to go out and teach people as well as the youth about firearm safety and just educate them about firearms overall so that people would have a different perception about firearms, and maybe it will cause people to go out and do different things and think more about being defensive minded and protecting others more so than things of negativity.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely right. I think it's crazy that, you know, when somebody turns 21, they have no training and you could just purchase a firearm. That's crazy to me. I mean, at 21, I purchased a firearm. I shouldn't have had no firearm at no damn 21. I was still emotional. I didn't know anything about a gun. I didn't know what the laws were, what the rules were. I didn't know anything. When I got a little older, like Twista said, I took a couple of classes. Now, I took those classes so I could be able to carry my firearm in, I think, like 40 different states. But with me taking those classes, it taught me about firearm safety. It taught me when I can use my gun, the proper way to use my gun, when defensive is. Like in New Jersey, there's different laws. Like you're not allowed to shoot somebody if there's a problem outside your house, if they're running away from your house. Like there's so many different rules and regulations and laws that you have to know and that you should know that I had no idea about until I took that class. So he's absolutely right. I think anybody over the age of 21 should take a firearm safety class. Absolutely, he's right.
All right, now Deshaun Watson from the Cleveland Browns has settled with 20 of the 24 women who accused him of sexual misconduct. He agreed to a confidential settlement with these women. And according to his attorney, Tony Busby, He said in a statement today, I announced that all cases against Deshaun Watson, with the exception of 4, have settled. We are working through the paperwork related to those settlements. Once we have done so, those particular cases will be dismissed. The terms and amounts of the settlements are confidential. We won't comment further on the settlements of those cases. He also noted that Ashley Solis, the first woman to file a lawsuit against him and the first to speak publicly and identify herself as a plaintiff, is not one of the 20 women who settled. He said she is one of the heroes of the story. Her case has not settled, and thus her story and that of the other 3 brave women will continue. I look forward to trying these cases in due course, consistent with other docket obligations and the court schedule. So, yes, we don't know what these amounts are, but 20 of those 24 cases have been settled.
Now, people look at these differently. Sometimes people say when you settle, you're admitting guilt. Sometimes people say when you settle, you actually just don't want to go through the court proceedings. You just don't want to continue to pay an attorney or a lawyer to go through those proceedings. So how do you look at it, Yee?
I mean, it's hard for me to know without the details, which they're not disclosing. So you can't really say, right? It could be, and
because people talk about it all the time when they get sued
women.
Or you're going to court. Sometimes it's just easier to just pay it out. So that way you don't have to go to court. It doesn't have to keep getting brought up in the press.
Yeah, some people say it's more expensive. He wants to continue with his career. He might have cut a deal where they're going to dismiss everything because he's settling with these women. And maybe they felt like, this is going to be a long, expensive battle.
Correct.
So I don't feel like going through that because it's traumatizing. Or maybe he feels like it's just easier for me to do this and get on with my life. We don't know.
The same thing for, like you said, for the women.
So
a lot
I can't
of women
really judge
don't want to go through it because it's traumatizing. They don't want to have their names put out there. So for them, this is
right. So it doesn't mean that these women were making things up at all. But it also does not mean that we just don't know. And I hate to say what I think happened because I don't know.
Correct.
I can't speculate on that. And especially the fact that they're not going to detail anything, and part of the settlement is that it's confidential. We can't know.
Correct.
All right. And that is your rumor report.
All right. We got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Man, let's talk about these January 6th House Select Committee investigations. And I will tell you, watching this was definitely something that I feel like if you're not a human being, like, this had to touch you unless you have no emotion or no feeling at all. How regular people who were trying to do the right thing were affected by things that Donald Trump said in the news.
All right, we'll get into that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Angela Yee here. The General Insurance is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. Switch to The General and you could save over $500. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Easy?
All right, well, let's talk about these January 6th committee hearings. And this was something that really broke my heart, having to listen to this yesterday. And this is, it was 2 women, mother and daughter, who were talking about being repeatedly harassed by Donald Trump supporters who believed Donald Trump's lies and false claims. Now, Donald Trump and Giuliani made numerous false allegations against Wandrea Shea Moss and against Ruby Freeman. He claimed that they used a suitcase to sneak ballots into Atlanta State Farm Arena on election night, and that Freeman passed Moss a flash drive as the votes were being tallied. Now, that, quote, flash drive was really just a ginger mint. As a result of Donald Trump and Giuliani's false allegations, the family was repeatedly harassed by Trump supporters who believed him. They got death threats. They got a lot of horrible things. They got a lot of racist comments, a lot of racist threats. They said at one point people went to her grandmother's house and tried to make a citizen's arrest. They tried to push past her grandmother, who opened the door, and not knowing who was at the door, these people tried to push past, saying, "We know your daughter's here. We know your granddaughter's here."
They all got shot.
And Ruby Freeman said she was forced to go into hiding after the FBI told her it was not safe for her to be home after around January 6th and until the inauguration. She said she had to stay away from home for 2 months. Now, here is Shea Moss talking about being targeted by Donald Trump.
It's turned my life upside down. I no longer give out my business card. I don't want anyone knowing my name. I don't want to go anywhere with my mom because she might yell my name out over the grocery aisle or something. I haven't been anywhere at all. I gained about 60 pounds. I just don't do nothing anymore. I don't want to go anywhere. I second guess everything that I do. It's affecting my life in a major way, all because of lies.
What business does she own? What business do they own?
I don't know what her business is, but she was a Georgia election worker thinking that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're thinking that, okay, I'm helping out. I'm making sure people right to vote is protected. I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. You're doing this out of the goodness of your heart. And now she said she feels like she's the reason why her family is being targeted, and she made a huge mistake by even doing that, and she blames herself. All right, now imagine your mom is being threatened, and even your own grandmother. And here's her mom, Ruby Freeman, talking about the president specifically targeting her. I think they said that he said her name 18 times on television in one of his rallies.
Do you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you? The President of the United States is supposed to represent every American, not to target one. But he targeted me, Lady Ruby, a small business owner, a mother, a proud American citizen who stand up to help Fulton County run an election in the middle of the pandemic.
That's crazy. I really wish we knew what business they own, because our community should go support them. We should go make sure that we go there, stand by them, and lift them up, because what the president did to them, tried to break them down. You can see the racists and
messed up their lives forever.
And everything that they try to do to them. And as a community, I wish we knew what business, so we can go support them. We should go love them and hug them and make sure that they know that us as people and our community support them.
I mean, Donald Trump said that Ruby Freeman was a professional vote scammer and a hustler. And Giuliani said that both Moss and Freeman, the mother and daughter, had been passing around USB ports like vials of cocaine or heroin.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, it was just a ginger mint that they handed off.
You know how scary that has to be when the FBI calls you and say it's not safe to go to your house?
She said she went to her Facebook messages. It was a lot of horrible things, a lot of racist things in there, a lot of death threats. And so imagine going through that. You're just trying to do something positive.
Yeah, you're being a volunteer. And all of a sudden, the president, I wonder if she could sue the president. She could probably sue the president, right? Defamation of character.
They can't even
lose wages, stress, and all that.
Well, all I know is that I hope people are paying attention to these hearings and hearing what really went on behind the scenes and how people's lives who are affected by Donald Trump and Giuliani and all of his supporters and the lies that they told. And it's not even just what they did that day, which is a crime in itself, but the after effects and all the people that were also targeted by them. So
I wonder if they could sue the president. And it's sad. The only attorney I know is Attorney Benjamin Crump. But I wonder if you can actually sue.
That's the only attorney you know.
Yeah, when it comes to that I know I can get on the line and ask, and he'll call me right back. Yes, Attorney Benjamin Crump. But I'm going to text him and see, because I wonder. Because she should be able to. The amount of stress, the amount of money she lost, the fact that she had to move for 2 months, she gained all that weight. Yes, absolutely. Sue his ass.
Yes, and all of that with no evidence, right? That was the whole main thing about, he kept saying that there was voter fraud, but there was no evidence of it. They were just trying to say that because he wouldn't admit that he lost. You lost.
Right.
All right, and that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss E. Now, Charlamagne is out, so if you want to give Donkey of the Day to whoever you want to give Donkey of the Day to, you can actually get on the phone lines right now, 800-585-1051. Again, Charlamagne is out, so if you want to give Donkey of the Day to anybody, you can call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open, 800-585-1051. And when we come back, R&B, what is it, R&B Money Podcast? They will be joining us. Tank, R&B singer Tank, and Jay Valentine will be joining us. We're going to talk to them when we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests joining us today. We have Tank and Jay Valentine. Welcome.
Come on, man. Yeah, we give me that energy, man.
Put that applause in.
Wake up.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're on California time.
Now, Tank, is this really your last album?
Yes.
Why?
We don't believe you.
Yeah, we don't believe you, bro.
What do you mean?
It's not.
I'm done.
Why?
I'm tired. I'm tired. I mean, no, really. I mean, I want to move into a different space. If you look at like the Dr. Dre's of the world, or even Babyface for that matter, like those guys had to take a step back in order to build that very important piece, and that was the label and helping to bring along the next generation of, who's next, like who's curating our space in terms of R&B, who's our elder statesmen that are controlling that space and making sure that the next R&B generation has a place to go. Mm-hmm. We don't really have nobody.
So you want to go to more of the executive side?
1,000%. It's almost like we're switching roles.
I was going to say.
We're switching roles. So
Jay Valentine is featured on the same
So he's my manager, right? So he left artistry and went to the executive side.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And went into the buildings and brought all these artists into the buildings and then started managing me. And now I just brought him back.
So now you're managing him.
Yes, I'm managing him.
Yeah.
So he's the artist now. I get to stay home.
I'm not sure how good of a manager at this point. But we're getting there. We getting there.
No, but so wait, Jay Valentine, are you really about to, now step more into the role of putting out
my album's done.
Yeah, okay.
Do you feel that Tank is underrated, right? You look at...
I feel like he was.
Still now, like you say, after 20 years, they just put his music on streaming platforms, right?
Well, that's business.
Yeah, that.
There was some other business that was involved in that.
But the streaming platforms allows that music to live more, allows me to find it more.
Yeah, but you don't understand.
It wasn't available.
It wasn't available.
It just wasn't available. It was some other business stuff going on.
Yeah, some lawsuit stuff happening. That had nothing to do with me. That had something to do with the people who own the music, the masters for that matter.
Mm-hmm. Right. But now we own our own masters.
Yeah.
How did you get that to happen?
We just asked.
Yeah, because people act like it's a hard thing, right?
Yeah, and it's like we didn't walk in like, give me all my masters. Right. No, we just wanted to share in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We went in with a game plan.
A game plan.
So after all the years, why finally now to get it on the streaming service? Because you've been, I'm sure, trying to get it on streaming services since streaming service began.
Well, here's the beauty of it, right? It was just my first 3 albums. Mm-hmm. And once they got locked up into whatever litigation that was, there really wasn't nothing I could do. I could have re-recorded them, but trying to sing those songs at 40 years old that I sang at 22, I don't got the same vocals. So what we didn't know, and here's what people really don't know, I stream well. It was just a matter of getting these 3 albums out. They weren't even out. They weren't available.
Shout out to Majima for putting us on to that too. When we went to go see her, she kind of gave us the full lay of the land. And like you said, we were super surprised about that, of where he was streaming. And, because they try to say that R&B music, or they put all these caps on us until you actually go in there and find out what's going on.
Let me ask you this, because Versus is coming up on Thursday. And having worked with Mario and Omarion, who you think...
And Pleasure P.
Ray J,
it's damn near an R&B money Versus.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the pre-show. Okay, so what are your predictions? Envy tried to say Mario don't have that many songs.
I didn't say that. I can't name 10 Mario records.
That's the same thing as saying...
No, it's not.
I said Omarion might have a leg up, and the reason why is because he has B2K and his own personal stuff.
If he does.
That's kind of cheating.
B2K.
But everybody does. Everybody
does do it.
Right.
I think artist to artist, if they're just doing their artist records, it's going to come down to the order. Once Omarion kind of starts dancing, or then Mario starts singing, it depends on which one you value more. So I think it's a good versus because Mario's going to make Omarion sing more. And I don't know if Mario can dance like Omarion.
I don't know.
I don't think he could dance like Omarion. Not too many people could dance like Omarion.
He can dance.
It's like Omarion and Chris Brown.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think it's a good balance.
We had a debate about this Kevin Gates freestyle, where he talks about Beyonce in the song and he doubles down on it.
Tell him the line. Get the line so everybody understands the line.
I will say before you go that I am not a married man, but I don't play with people's wives.
Right.
Tank?
That's it.
And he is a married man.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't play with people's wives.
You agree with Jay Valentine?
1,000%. That's how you get hurt.
Right.
Because, like I even said, and not to say that we want to start, brothers beefing.
No, of course.
If I'm in an event with you and you just said something like that about my wife, what am I supposed to do now?
I don't care how you dress it up. Disrespect is disrespect.
Even if you started off with no disrespect?
That's when it's mostly disrespectful.
Does it start off that way? Oh, wow.
That's when the disrespect is coming.
Now, I see the vibe of music is changing, and you're a writer. You're both a writer. So how do you feel about the vibe? Where you hear the Drake, which is more up-tempo, more house-sounding music, and then Beyonce dropped a single. Diddy's single is very similar with that feeling. So what do you think about the new sounds and the way that it's changing?
we've been connected to it. Like, I come from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? So the Baltimore house scene and all of that, I used to go up there, as a kid and hear all that music. That's very familiar to me. So it's not necessarily a change for me in terms of what I'm hearing and knowing. I think it's just more so from our culture, just a reemergence of it. Because we've been there. But then when you get artists like Drake or Beyonce tapping in to bring it back to the forefront again, it sounds like it's a change. But it's not really a change. They're just tapping into that element again that in a sense has maybe been missing from radio or from wherever.
And they
but
put
it's
it in the
still been going.
mainstream.
Yeah, in the mainstream. But it ain't slowed down. It ain't stopped.
Right.
The house scene there's 100,000 people out there in the field.
It's new for me. Huge in Baltimore, huge in Chi-Town.
Yeah, I'm from California, so it's new. It's new for me, but I fool with it.
And I think people haven't seen it yet, right? When they see it in a reaction, I think it'll change. Like I was in Houston over the weekend, and we went to the strip club.
Amen.
And when they played that Drake record, it was zoo. Because I like it, but I'm from New York and I do it.
But listen, we're also well traveled.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? So we've been to different parts of the world and have been able to be influenced by those things, whether it be music, whether it be fashion, whether it be food, all of those things. And so, now the hood is getting a taste as it becomes mainstream, as he said.
Why you
getting a taste.
Why you point to me?
No, because you said,
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't well traveled.
No, you're not. He won't go nowhere. He got a passport now. I'm proud of him.
You got a passport?
He got a passport.
Man, that's not
just
about
got a
that.
passport?
It is about that. He got a passport. He's an artist now. He's back as an artist. We got the Army Money Pocket.
So he wasn't traveling internationally with you?
No.
What are you scared of?
I'm not.
He's not.
So why did you leave the country?
I love home. I'm serious, man.
You got warrants overseas or something?
You don't go on vacation? You don't go on vacation?
What is that?
No.
What is that?
You don't know what vacation? You got to take vacation.
Like
now that's inspirational.
No, my life is a vacation.
But like time not working. You never just.
Nah, we gonna do something.
Yeah.
I don't like boredom though. The whole let's just sit here and gaze at the. Man, I'm about to go to sleep. You done made me sleepy. Gazing at man, you done made me sleepy, dog.
Hey, listen, man. I'm like, yeah, we about to do another. He said, how much that one cost? I said, man, it's gonna run us about 10. He said, yep, good luck. I said, you got it though. I'm not going to spend it. Good luck.
Oh yeah. I'm also that.
Frugal. Or smart with money.
However you want.
All is smart with money and frugal.
So what do you invest in?
Me.
You don't drink no more.
Nah, I don't really drink no more, man.
Not even on Drink Champs?
I don't drink like that. I can't. I don't remember leaving Drink Champs, for the record. So
wow.
No, I didn't do that to you.
I'm not sure how I got.
What do you think was your most viral moment ever?
Him right here with his legs up. Him right here.
Nah.
No?
Nah. She know.
Which one? Not him right here.
She know. We not. You know what? Let's not even go into it. But she know.
Go ahead, tell us. What was it, Yee?
Because he said, Jay Valentine said you go viral every few months.
What was it, Yee?
I don't know. I'm asking him.
He's not your real friend. I just want to tell you. What was it, Yee?
Not at all.
He's not your real
but
friend.
You know what's good?
We
Jay
always find a way to rebuild, and then she always finds a way to tear it back down.
Which one was it, Yee?
I don't know. I'm asking him.
Which one you think it was, Yee?
I don't drink because I'm more healthy now.
That's right.
It's not age. It's health. My body don't like it. I'm a beacon of health.
Yeah,
I don't like. I don't.
Hey, man, let's go to something else.
Army Money Podcast, man.
Yeah, let's go to the podcast.
Let's go to the podcast. Let's get to
this
the
was a long
segue.
time coming. Now, another thing you've been dibbling and dabbling in, stand-up comedy.
Yes.
Because people have been talking about you and your stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
People say you're funny.
Is that something that you're going to really go hard at?
That's part of why he goes viral.
Yeah, because
He thinks he's a comedian.
I am a comedian.
All right, here we go with this.
Have you been to my stand-up?
How many stand-up shows have you done? And what made you unfortunately?
You know why I say unfortunately? We don't make no money doing that.
Not yet.
Well,
Not
I don't
yet.
because I don't accept money. If my guys are doing the improv in Miami, I fly myself out, put myself up, and get on stage with them and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Or Brea
What
improv.
made you
or
want
what?
to do that?
I mean, I've been around Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx and Chris Spencer and Johnny Mack and all these guys for like 20 years. You know what I mean? And I've always been the class clown, but when you meet these guys, it's a different level of class clown. It's the polished class. Like they have a whole different, and so timing, bro. I used to get my ass kicked by all those guys. Imagine losing to Jamie Foxx. He's gonna finish you.
We already seen how he's finished people's careers.
Finishes
You've seen
you.
that at the roast.
You know what I mean? And so it took me a minute to just learn what that was.
What was your worst show?
What was your first show?
No. You got to go worse. He got to go worse first.
My worst stand up was I didn't tank. I just didn't do as well as I wanted to do. Chris Spencer did he hosts a spot called the Savoy in Inglewood in the hood, which I've done many times as an artist, like sold out packed building. And so, they called me to come on stage to do comedy, and this is one of those very restless hood crowds, you know what I'm saying? And I'm up there and I'm trying to do my jokes. First of all, I got on like this 2-piece, almost kind of pajama set. It's not really
wore a progressive outfit today.
It's not really resonating with the crowd.
Okay. I wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Management was not there.
Yeah, and so and my first couple jokes didn't really hit like they were supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
I just flew in and boy, am I on time.
And so then the talking started, and then it's sing a song, and then that started happening. And I was like, well, you know what? That's my time. I appreciate you. And I got out of there. I'm gonna tell you what made it worse. 2 things that made it worse. The first thing that made it worse was Babyface was in the audience.
Ooh.
I guess he was celebrating.
You know he was in the audience?
Yeah, he was.
Damn.
But I didn't know he was going to be in the audience. I just showed up and Babyface was in the audience. And so when I came out off stage and went and sat back down, he said, "Man, that takes courage."
That's how you know you did bad.
And then the comedian after that, what is my guy's name? He gonna kill me for getting his name. The first 5 minutes of his bit was about me.
How you
tanked.
He's like, Chris Spencer called me, talking about he want me to come down to the Savoy and do comedy. I'm not coming down to the Savoy and do comedy. You know what? Only way I'm gonna come down to do the comedy at the Savoy is if you have Tank on stage in a pajama 2-piece trying to do. He was killing me, and I had to laugh.
You had to stop from crying. When something like that happens, do you feel like you wanted to just leave? Like, is it hard to, after you bomb, go sit in the audience?
No.
He wanted more smoke.
No, one more smoke.
That's when I knew he really
crazy?
loved, definitely crazy, but really loved comedy and was doing it for the passion, because he called me, and I'm like, how'd it go? It didn't go good, champ. And I'm like, so what you gonna do? I'm getting back on stage. I can't wait. But he really loves it, and it's a real passion for him. And then that's when the business kicks in, where I'm like, okay, how can I help him figure this out?
We'll see where it goes.
We're going to work on it on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll work on the podcast. Yeah.
Back to the podcast.
Like you were saying. Back to the podcast, like you were saying. So why'd you guys create the podcast?
I kept telling this young man right here, I said, Jay, listen, if anybody can have this conversation about R&B music, it's us. We're the bridge. You know what I mean? We're the guys who can get on the phone with Keith Sweat and have those conversations, and then get on the phone with Jacquees. And we're not out of the production area in terms of what's happening right now. We're actually doing it. So when we have these conversations, our conversations are validated. You know what I mean? Not from the outskirts of it, but from the inside of it, and from being successful at it. He's been doing it since he was 9. You know what I'm saying? I've done it in high school and all these things. Like, we have a history. Our track record is real. And I was like, bro, we can have this conversation and people will listen to us. Not only people will listen to us, people will show up for us.
So as a manager, when Tank calls you and says, I just got off the phone with Genuine and Tyrese, and we want to do this super group. Now, you've been in this industry a long time, so you know everybody's personalities.
Yes.
Well, he's the one taking the phone. I'm not getting on the phone with Tyrese and Genuine. He's getting off the phone with Tyrese and Genuine. They call him.
So when he called about that, what was your thoughts?
So they had already had that going before. I was still in my artist mode back then. It was kind of my introduction to the management side. Actually, me and Tyrese just had this conversation last week, because he called us to congratulate us on the podcast, and Tyrese is on the way.
Record,
he's on the way. He coming. But when we talked about it, I don't think he even really knew that TGT for me was kind of my internship in management, because me and Tank had been working together from the writer-producer side, and he was just like, yo, you need to come out here with us. Because the other part that people don't really talk about is Tank and I wrote a majority of the TGT album. So I was already a part of that side of the creative side. But from a management sense, they all had different managers at the time. None of the managers really clicked. And, you know, obviously the group had their moments where they didn't click. I was the one friend. I had already wrote I Like Them Girls for Tyrese when we were 18. I had already worked with Genuine through our production team. And then obviously me and Tank were best friends and business partners. And I was kind of thrown into it. You know what I mean? I was just like, you know what? These my guys. I want to figure this thing out. I want to learn it. And that was my introduction.
How difficult
TGT was
keeping all those personalities in a same place?
It's managing personality. It's meeting people where they are. You know what I mean? It's not trying to change who they are. Like, I get it. These are 3 different individuals. So you're going to have 3 different conversations and then try to figure out where we can all have an agreement at.
So we'll never get another TGT album?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And why not?
They too rich.
They're too rich.
This is my opinion.
Too stressful.
Well,
no,
yeah, I mean,
not even too stressful. They're
creating.
They don't
the project.
have to do anything they don't want to do.
I would do TGT, but it's easy for me to do TGT because I'm in the studio every day. That process for me is easy. That process for those guys is a lot more difficult. It, like you said, it is a stressful process.
No, Tyrese got multiple movies he's going to do.
Absolutely.
Genuine lives on the road.
Yeah.
Like if we go
They
to
had that
Genuine's
great meme
page,
of Genuine recently.
Hey, man,
Oh my God.
Do you
That
call him and
meme?
light his ass up about it?
I've been lighting Genuine up for decades now. I say you have to take off those clothes, stop doing those moves.
It was that one move.
They had him moving the sofa.
The problem with Genuine is he won't just do Genuine. I'm like, bro, you're known for this. Do the damn pony dance. Every time I'm on stage with him and pony drops, he'll just look at me. I'm like, do the damn dance. Do the dance. And he won't do it. So I come on stage and I try to do the mother. Like, somebody gonna do this goddamn dance.
tricky.
So when you see him and it looks like he's moving furniture, it's because he won't dance. He won't practice
I watched that
dancing.
so many times. The last episode for R&B Money, you had Hitmaker on.
Yes,
right? And,
absolutely.
He can talk, and he got a lot of stories.
Yes.
But he was talking about writing an album for an artist, and then his payment was a chain, which got...
Well, he loves jewelry.
Yeah.
I think we
That's
figured
the
that
reason.
out.
He had about 30
he
chains
asked
on
for
him.
his money. He asked for compensation, and the answer was, "Oh, the chain is your payment."
Yeah.
And then
That is the music business.
They took the chain back from him. Like, did you have stories like that early on where you did all this work and you're like, all right, time to get paid? Or did you know your business
You want to go first?
early on?
Listen, I have never seen a royalty statement from my first 3 albums. Ever.
I wasn't his manager.
Ever. He wasn't my manager.
But those are the
Ever.
albums that were in litigation. So does that mean...
Listen, Force of Nature was almost platinum before any of that got shut down.
So you signed a bad deal.
Sex, Love, and Pain, no, I signed a great deal. I signed a great deal.
He signed an opportunity.
No, it was a good deal. It wasn't a bad deal. It's a great deal. I have not seen a royalty statement or a check.
Will you see one?
I don't know. Maybe. How much do I care to hire a lawyer that's going to charge me, I don't know,
What you might make.
And is
what
there-
I might end up making?
Right. Did you think Hitmaker was going to be as big as he was? Because I remember he also told a story about seeing you and being like, hey, you got to get some music from
Listen,
some songs from me.
He told me I needed to get some R&B from him. You know what I'm saying? As I was pulling up in my Ghost and he was sitting in his Expedition. And he told me I needed some R&B from him. I was like, you think so?
That happens in this game.
I'm going to call you.
That happens in this game.
And look at him now.
Literally, Bruno Mars used to just be in the parking lot, chain smoking cigarettes. And the stereotypes.
The stereotypes. Yeah.
He was working with them and writing with them.
Yep.
And I remember Ray Romulus saying, he the one. I'm like, the little Asian kid in the parking lot chain smoking? You're like, go. And I remember seeing him pop up on the B.O.B. record. I was like, oh, I get it.
Like people talking about Chris Brown and Michael Jackson, you guys... and then Chris
Well,
Brown...
I didn't speak on it. He spoke.
Yeah, Tink spoke on it.
Yeah, I mean,
Chris Brown said, "There's no way." I'm
Well,
better
I think everybody is having a different conversation because everybody, when you say that, all people hear is Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson.
Correct.
And that's not what we're saying.
Right.
We're saying he has more ability than Michael
saying,
Jackson.
Not we're.
A bunch. We and people like me.
We
and people like me.
People that haven't heard, what is your thoughts on that comparison? Is Michael?
It's not a comparison. It's not a Chris.
No Michael Jackson.
It's better than Michael Jackson.
There's only one
Michael Jackson.
And it doesn't get any higher.
Period. But that's musically.
That's culturally.
It's musically.
Culturally.
Music is culture.
Me and him don't always agree either.
Music is culture, right? So if you put Michael Jackson in that standalone space, there is nobody else. Mm-hmm. We've never tried to say anything different than that. What we said is that sometimes people are extremely gifted that never make it to that space. It's a guy in the hood right now, way better than me, that'll never accomplish the things that I've accomplished. Does that take away from the fact that he has more gifts than me? It doesn't. No. He's more gifted than I am. So that's all we're saying about CB is that CB has more gifts. They're not all musical gifts, but they help attribute to his music. Chris Brown can do anything. Anything that he's put his mind to, I've seen him do it at a level.
At a high level.
High level. He's like, I'm going to paint. I was like, I ain't never seen you paint. He said, watch this.
That's a meme.
I'm like, that is. I'm like,
chop that up.
I'm like, that's incredible. He's like this. I want you to hear these 18 songs I recorded last night. What are you talking about? And I wrote them, and I did this, and I did this, and then I want to tell you about the 2 movies that's gonna go with it, and I'm gonna tell you about the video that I just directed, and then I'm gonna show you the martial arts thing that I just did that I learned on set when we did the martial arts, and then I want to show you the acrobatics thing that we did with this, and then watch this. I'm gonna do a windmill dunk. How are you able to do this?
So you're saying talent?
That's it. Not better than Michael Jackson.
I agree with that. When it comes to in this, I know people get upset because people look at Michael Jackson this way. But when it comes to talent,
when it comes to just talent,
and I've seen him early on, that boy can flip in the middle of a dance step
on beat
and then hop back up. Like I've seen him when it comes to
on beat.
Now to culture, Michael Jackson was just something totally different to our
Michael Jackson is like this thing, this untouchable thing that I understand why people are in an uproar about it, and I understand why CB would take the position of I'm not even close to that, because in that space, in that conversation,
and you don't play with the 3 Michaels.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan,
Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson.
Okay.
You leave the 3 Michaels alone.
So that's
and
the
it
uproar.
gets tough in any space when you bring up those 3 guys.
Period.
I don't think he's a better dancer than Chris.
I don't think he's a better dancer than Chris either.
No, I don't know. I said I don't think there is a better dancer than Chris.
I don't think there is a better dancer than Chris.
I'm staying out of this one, man.
Who?
You don't play with Michael Jackson.
I'm not.
Michael did some dope stuff.
It's so intricate. It's the upper echelon of entertainment.
Think about the Thriller
There's
video.
nobody.
But
I don't disagree. I bet you $1 million Chris Brown can do the Thriller video tap for tap.
Not like Mike.
And backflip.
Not like Mike. Not like Mike. And Chris is my guy. I love him. No. And Chris will tell you that.
Listen,
me and Chris will sit and have that conversation. He'd be like, "You right, bro."
I understand Mike is the blueprint in terms of Mike's style. You know what I'm saying? Which is a composition of a few different people's styles that people don't really know about.
Many people have jumped from the free throw line. It doesn't look like Michael Jordan's.
I agree.
Doesn't.
I think Chris could jump from the free throw line.
What I'm saying is that Chris can do what Michael can do, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say Mike can edge him out in Michael's style, because that's Michael's style.
Mike, so
let's say Mike can edge him out, right, in terms of doing his style. God, he can edge him out. But there are places that Chris Brown can go from a dance standpoint that Mike never went to.
I don't play with the Michaels, man. It's just me.
I get you.
Okay, so look, you're 3 episodes in.
Yes.
Right? You kicked it off with Jamie Foxx. Which makes the perfect sense. That is your brother.
Yes.
So what else is coming?
Everybody.
Like who's next?
You. Yeah.
I have nothing to.
We owe your ass.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. You come on to the Army Money Podcast.
The great thing about
Jamie, something for you,
though, is that he has a great sense of humor. You know, you were fake mad at me, but you weren't really mad. And it was my fault, right?
No, well, you know what? I don't take myself too seriously.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we're not. Clear it up.
As a manager does not
we're not. He's not. No one's mad.
We'll just insert the audio right here.
Nah, man. Listen, that was me in the interview. Don't insert nothing with me. Nothing. Listen. Out of this.
with the Army Money podcast, what we are doing is like these first, let's say 50 episodes are really going to be personal. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the people that we've worked with, the people we've been on stage with, writing and producing.
So if you know anyone we've worked with, they gonna pop up.
They'll be there.
Okay.
They'll be there.
I mean, we going from Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown.
What do you think about
Cole,
Justin Timberlake's Something in the Water performance?
JT a wild boy.
Yeah.
I ain't even from out there.
First of all,
I know that was
my brother JT. That ain't how you beat your feet. That's I'm gonna send you a tutorial. They got a couple of my guys from DC got the tutorials, and we're gonna
and some chicken and
mambo sauce, and we're gonna get you beating your feet properly, my brother.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Absolutely.
What we learned from Tank today is he's gonna help Justin Timberlake out.
Beat his feet.
He gonna help Genuine do the pony dance again.
He got to stretch. Genuine has to stretch.
You stupid, man. It's Tank. It's Jay Valentine. Thank y'all for joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right. Well, Kim Kardashian was on the Today Show yesterday with Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie, and some of the things that she talked about, of course, Pete Davidson, and she discussed how she introduced him to her children.
Luckily I have a sister that has been through it all, and we talked about it, and I consulted with a few therapists and friends that have been through it. So I definitely wanted to wait 6 months, and that was like the marker. And I think it's different for everyone, and different things work for different people, but you just have to do what feels right and try to just be as respectful and cautious and as possible. Waited like a good 10 months before I was ready to open myself up, and I think you definitely need that time to yourself. And then once you're ready to get out there, I felt like I just wanted new energy and something different, and it definitely took me by surprise.
There's no time limit, though, right?
Well, that's what she's saying. It's whatever's right for you.
Yeah, she said she waited 6 months, but there's no time limit.
She said she waited 10 months, but they advised 6 months.
6 months, yeah, because I guess, she was over Kanye, a long time before that. So, you just never know when that person's going to, smack you in the face, or when love is going to hit you in the face and things are going to happen.
You make it sound so violent, like being in love smacks you and hits you in the face.
Yeah, sometimes it catch you off guard and you're smitten.
All right. Well, she said things are currently good between her and Ye as well. And she also talked about the controversy with this Marilyn Monroe dress. She borrowed the dress, and it was from Ripley's Believe It or Not. And according to reports, they said the dress was damaged when it was returned after she wore it to the Met Gala. It was a Marilyn Monroe dress. There was all these like crystals on it. So here's what she had to say about that.
To the red carpet in a robe and slippers, and I put the dress on the bottom of the carpet. Oh my gosh. Went up the stairs. I probably had it on for 4 minutes. And then I changed right at the top of the stairs.
So all of we keep seeing stuff like the dress is ruined, the dress is this. All of that is not true.
No.
I mean, they were showing pictures. They said it was stretched. They said the crystals were taken off, and she just walked up the stairs. That's it?
That's what she says. But
my goodness.
Representatives, I guess they said the dress was in the same condition after being borrowed. So that's what they're saying. That's their story. I don't know where that picture came from with all the crystals falling off and stuff like that. All right. And Jussie Smollett has done an interview on Sway in the Morning. And he talked about a lot of different things. He talked about understanding why people did not believe him when he said that he was attacked in Chicago in a hate crime.
There were a lot of folks who just to this day does not believe your story. How do you rectify that?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. There's a part of me that, when I strip my ego, when I strip my personal emotions about it and my personal situation, the way that it was served to everybody, I absolutely understand why people felt betrayed, and I put that in my song, Thank You God, where I was just like, I really overstand the.
All right. In addition to that, he says that he wishes the whole incident never even happened.
Lord knows if I could go back and never go through any of this and never have my family or my close people to me ever have to experience what we've experienced. Lord knows that I would make sure that happened. I think that it's better to say thank you to God, the universe, the ancestors, your friends, your family, too much than to not say it enough. So, and I know from the depths of my soul the way that God has brought me through.
All right. In addition to that, you know, Dave Chappelle has said that he ran into Jussie Smollett outside his hotel. He calls him Juicy. And here's what Jussie had to say about speaking with Dave.
I know Dave Chappelle with one of his specials.
You know, what's so funny is that my nickname growing up was Juicy. I'm like, you taking my nickname. I will say this. I have seen Dave since.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna say. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. They don't seem like he's really upset about it. He knows the jokes. He knows the jokes he's about to get, and he knows what's going to happen.
Now, Jussie Smollett also commented on being in Kendrick's video.
Kendrick Lamar did a beautiful video with I Heart Part 5. Your face, your image seemed like it was fused in. How did you interpret that?
I haven't seen the whole video, and that's the honest to God truth. Sometimes I don't watch things just so that I can say truthfully that I haven't seen them.
Okay.
But I certainly have. Obviously, I know about it, and I've seen it. I mean, he's brilliant. I don't know how exactly to interpret it, but I think that he's a phenomenal artist. So I just, you know, I don't really have any personal thoughts about it.
The crazy thing about this all is Jussie is a good person, right? He always donates. He always gives back. He's there for every cause.
I've done several events with him.
He's a great actor, but that little bit will stain him for so much, and I hope he's able to get over it. I'm hoping people can forgive him for that incident because he's a great actor and he does a lot for the community.
Well, he still says he didn't do anything wrong.
But that's not what the court says.
Yeah, he maintains his
innocence. Right?
Innocence. All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Charlamagne is out. So if you want to give Donkey today to somebody, 800-585-1051. Whoever you want to give Donkey of the Day to, call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Leaving a child in a hot vehicle can lead to their death very quickly. Set cell phone reminders or place something you'll need in the back seat so you don't forget your child is in the car. Look for your baby before you lock. Paid for by NHTSA.
It's your time to nominate a donkey of your own.
Remember now, it's how they choose.
Call in now. 800-585-1051.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up, Envy? What's up, Angela?
What up, bro?
What up?
Who you want to give Donkey today to?
Man, the Donkey of the Day going to President Biden, man.
Why?
The gas price too high.
Gas prices are high. Like,
and you know, it's high around the world, not just in the United States.
But
it's high.
Usually I used to put in like $30, $40 and I'd be good. Now $30, $40 is only quarter tank. It's crazy.
I mean, I only put a dub.
A W ain't going nowhere. You're just going around the block with a dub.
Yeah, man. I think we need Trump back.
No, don't say that.
You might got to get
don't say that now.
A bicycle.
Hello, who's this?
This is Monica Mitchell.
Hey, Monica. Who you want to give Donkey of the Day to, Monica?
Dr. Anthony Fauci.
You gonna give it to him while he got COVID?
Yes, that's the reason I want to give it to him.
Because he got COVID?
Yes, because he got COVID. He's telling everybody else what not to do to prevent it, but he got it himself.
Well, I don't know that you can avoid.
Yeah, you can't prevent it.
Yeah.
You can do what you can to try to, so if you do catch it, you can, live off of it.
He was wearing his mask and stuff, and he didn't leave himself exposed. How do you think he got it?
I mean, you could. A lot of people don't know how. There's people who've been at home and haven't gone places and ended up getting it because they got a food delivery or they went outside. He still has to work and be around people.
Yes, but he's supposed to be covered up, isn't he?
I don't know that that's 100% effective.
Well, go ahead, Monica.
And it could have been somebody in his house that brought it home to him.
But look, I don't think any of it is like preventable. It's the thing of it is, well, I know he had access to the best medication, and if he still caught it, I'm trying to say and he has boosters and the vaccine. What's the point of taking the boosters and the vaccine?
Well, he's having mild symptoms.
That's the reason why.
That's the reason why. I mean, I had it last month, and I just felt like I had a cold, and I was better in like 3 days. And that's because I'm vaccinated and boosted.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Blair from Jersey.
Hey, Blair.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
That's my daughter's middle name. Who you want to give Donkey to?
I'm actually giving Dove of the Day to entrepreneurs. I want to tell all the entrepreneurs out there to give yourself some grace and to allow yourself the opportunity to feel good at where you are in your business right now. We constantly kick ourselves, and I just want all the entrepreneurs to know out there that it's not going to be easy, but it's so worth it.
Okay. And you have a business, Mama? What's your business? Shout it out.
Yes. Thank you so much. My business is Confiance and Spa Beauty. You can check me out at Blair, the number 4, the word ever, on Instagram. And I am a hairstylist.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mama.
Thank you so much, guys.
Let's go to one more person. Hello, who's this?
Hey, how you doing?
What's your name, Mama?
Mariah. How are you?
Mariah. What's up? Who you want to give Donkey today to?
Man, I think Disney should get it for that light show they tried to pull. How all of a sudden now we're using Johnny Depp's image again now that he's in a positive light? What happened, Disney?
But now you know none of these companies going to hold you down when you're in trouble or when it looks like you're going to get in trouble. But when you're out trouble, it's all good.
Right. Now all of a sudden we can use your image again because we want to be the good guys again.
There you go. Thank you, Mariah.
How's it going?
You too now. Donkey today, 800-585-1051. Now, when we come back, the Lobby Boyz will be joining us. Mano and Jim Jones, they got a new project, a new album. We'll talk to them when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building. The Lobby Boyz. Jim Jones, Mano, welcome.
Yes. What's happening?
It's already active. Y'all just walked in.
Yeah, it's a little active already. We just see the old Jim Jones, but it's all good. All good.
No.
I thought it was a sketch. I didn't know what was happening.
Y'all set us up. That was they trying to punk us. They trying to punk us? They had a musty dude with a Crow Heart shirt on. I thought he was with the lady that was giving the test out.
I don't know who he was with. I thought he was with me.
All I know is 3 people walked in this room, and there's only 2 Lobby Boys.
Wow, that was crazy, though.
He definitely was trying to be a Lobby boy.
The Lobby Boyz are here. This is gonna be a good one because I want to know the start.
Oh,
so Lobby Boyz are here.
Yeah.
Mano and Jim Jones. So there was a time that Jim Jones and Mano weren't seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
They weren't seeing eye to eye.
What is that?
Yeah.
So how did y'all have beef and problems at all? Mano, you was locked up. Jim was...
Yeah.
Because Maine was talking about me.
Yeah.
He was talking shit.
Talking crazy.
You heard?
Why?
He said, Jimmy getting bigger now. I ain't appreciate it.
Yeah. You know, here's the thing. You remember me. You remember me very, very, very well back then.
But me and you had problems at first.
I had a lot of problems.
You had problems
with everybody.
Damn. You're a troublemaker.
Possibly.
It's terrible.
Possibly, but I'm different now.
You
Can't
different.
You see? I'm smiling now.
Correct.
You understand? We doing business in a better way.
Start? How did it start?
It never was really beef.
It was beef.
It was. We didn't.
It was a misunderstanding.
It never really was beef because beef got to get to a place. You can't say it was
got
beef.
there a couple of times though.
Yeah, potentially.
But there was potential.
It could have happened.
Yeah.
Happens, man.
Yeah, it could have happened.
There was a lot of awkward position.
Yeah, listen, and every time
that was bad.
That was bad. Yo, listen. Every time it could have happened, I'm gonna be 100% honest. It was more of them than it was me. Now, one of them times it was you.
I'm not taking this L.
I was always outnumbered.
I was there with Mano.
Yeah.
Right?
In Ruby Falls.
I'm in the club with
They
Mano.
come in 75 deep.
Mano, 80, and maybe.
No, it was Buck.
Buck.
Yeah.
Mano taps me and says, tuck your chain in.
Wow.
True story. Tuck your chain. We about to get busy. I said, we? What you mean we? He said,
he's like, I'm just standing here.
He said, we about to get busy. And I said, well, who? He goes, Jim. I said, all right. I said, but Jim's there with 90 people. He said, yeah. I said, what we gonna do? He said, I'm gonna act like I got the gun on me.
Wow.
And just follow my lead. True story. I swear to God. Now, mind you, me and Mano just had people. We just squashed people. We've been hanging out heavy. We so proud, like everything. First thing
but you didn't have a problem with Jim.
Me and Jim really didn't rock it that time.
So you did have a problem with him.
Me and Jim didn't rock each other.
It was a problem 360. It was a problem 360.
Because look, Jim was a bully back then.
I was not a bully.
Yes,
I was misunderstood.
I
was misunderstood. I was misunderstood.
You was bullish.
So were you, Mano.
Ish.
You was a bully. I was ish.
Both of you.
I was misunderstood.
Okay.
Right? So I'm out with Mano, right? And back then, this was a long time ago, maybe 17 years ago.
Damn.
New York clubs used to be disgusting.
Nasty.
Right? So everybody used to carry maybe like a little tutu in the shoe. Remember that?
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, that was me. But this club, they make you take the shoes off. They make you go through all types of crazy stuff to get in the club. So that day he said, Mano said, Envy, you got your thing on you? I said, no. He says, I'm going to act like I have it. And he act like they had it, and we got out of there.
Yeah.
And I never hung out with Mano again after that. So from there,
he's like, this is not my beef.
But so how did y'all squash the beef and get to a place where y'all became cool? Because it was nasty for years.
But what did you say about Jim that y'all didn't like? What? Why?
I was talking on records though. Like I came in the game trying to get in the game, and this is at a time when
50 Cent
I was
me.
trying to. I was saying I was just saying stuff
Curtis
about everybody.
Jackson me.
Right. So remember my first song that got popping was Rumors.
Right.
See, he said, she said, like I was talking crazy. So that was my intro into the game. But everybody wasn't street dudes, and everybody wasn't feeling away, and everybody wasn't outside. So I was going outside. I was really running in the gym.
Right.
And I remember we was in Cherry Lounge one time. I came up in there with Kim.
We whipped ass that night too.
Yeah, and they was 3,000 deep. 3,000 deep. Nothing never happened because we always had mutual homies though, because he was always running with a pack of Bed-Stuy. He loved Bed-Stuy. You understand?
My family's from Bed-Stuy.
So how did y'all?
And that would suck if something happened and you had Kim in there with you, and then
No, it wasn't there that night, but nothing happened with them. They had left.
Yeah.
And we whipped everybody else's ass that was in the club. I think that was the night Clue had to shut that down. I think it was no more Cherry Lounge after that.
Yeah.
So how did y'all
My
squash
bad,
it?
Clue.
We squashed him once we first had the opportunity to talk in Atlanta. We had to talk in Atlanta, introduce ourselves to each other. Again, he was 3,000 deep. You understand? I had to hold my ground, and we had to talk. And then once we talked, though, we clicked.
Shouts to Sheik and 80. They was real instrumental.
definitely.
And we had
Melly-
two people
Melly
that
was
we
there.
respect and love. But it was really Sheik and 80. Sheik and 80 had a dope relationship. And I remember them going to the side. And when I seen Sheik go to the side and talk to 80, I was like, yo, let me holler at you. And then me and Maine end up going inside the Bloomingdale's. And I told all the security and goons, like, I'm cool, we going over here to talk. And in my mind, I said, we gonna do whatever's gonna happen, we gonna tear this Bloomingdale's up, or we gonna leave out of here on the same terms. And we left out of there on great terms.
Now your mind frame when he says, let me talk to you for a second, right? Now I know both of y'all personally, and when y'all both say, let me talk to y'all for a second, it always goes bad.
Nah, but at that point, once the homies is talking.
Let me talk to you for a second with somebody.
Hey, why y'all doing this, man?
Yeah.
I just give anybody opportunity to speak for themselves. Like, if we have a misunderstanding, I want to make sure that we have a misunderstanding.
See, you got to know, and even back then, I already know, like, if it was gonna happen, it would have happened.
Yeah, it would have
already.
happened a long time ago.
If we was already at a point where it was already talk involved, so at that point, it was like, let me holler at you. We went to the side and talked, and we ain't ever looked back from there.
Yeah, it was a dope day, actually, the way it went down. I definitely had them out of pocket, though.
Yeah. They was 3,000 deep, and I was like 4 deep.
4 deep. Now, how did it come together to do an album? So that was years ago. Y'all squashed it. So when did it come to say, okay?
And we talked about it back then.
Once we got cool, we got cool. It's like overnight we got cool. Like I with this energy.
And then I would come pull up on him. He had a studio downtown, and one time we did a record, and this was back when Puff and Ross would say that they was the Bugatti Boys. Yeah. So we did a record one time, and he was like, "Shout out to the Bugatti Boys, but me and Mano, we the Lobby Boys." And I understood what he was saying from then. It was like, man, we come from the lobby, we come from that pain, we come from them tenements. You know what I mean? We talked about doing an album back then, but we never did it.
Yeah,
so now, how did it finally come to fruition? How did
Maine call me out the blue one day, like, yo, I'm ready. I'm like, ready? He like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for this Lobby Boy shit. I'm like, all right, well, I'm ready too. And he was in the studio. I was in the studio. I said, as soon as I finish leaving here, I'm coming to the studio to start the work. And that same night he called me, we started the album. And that was last summer. And we started with, with the paid in full theme, 10 days beat, 10 records in 10 days beat. We was going to do that, but like the 4th or 5th record, that shit sounded so stupid, I had to pull Maine to the side, like, man, we might got something here. We might gotta double down and really go hard. And so we went from trying to put it out last summer to us pulling back and really putting our best foot forward and making some of the best music that I think people have heard in a long time. And now here we are, Lobby Boyz album out, dope ass records, dope ass features.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, with everything going on in New York right now, do you ever look back and say, I need to go talk to these youth a little bit?
Yeah.
Like you look at what's going on in Harlem or Brooklyn or the Bronx, and it seems like it's out of control.
I do. I try to speak as much as I can where it's welcome and respected. You understand? You know, and I try to play my part just as much as I can, you know, as far as speaking to the ones that, you know, that that are within my reach, you know, that are within my, you know, air reach.
Yep.
You know.
And it's hard. It's not the easiest thing because you can't be a hypocrite when you're trying to give these kids these advices because we came through the same struggles they came up, and we got this thing about everybody has to live a life.
Right.
You heard? So we can't impose our will on everybody all the time, but we do want to give these advice. And what's the best advice you tell them?
That the opportunity is greater than the problem.
And when they go face against the problem, what they gonna come up against?
They gonna come against. It's gonna be it, right? So the thing is, like, you gotta understand, like, when you make a choice to do certain things, understand what your choice is, and it's gonna be repercussions. It's gonna be consequences behind that.
Yes,
you understand. You know, when you was young, that you wasn't trying to hear everything that everybody was trying to say to you.
100%.
You know, so that you gotta kind of like be able to understand when to give advice and when not to, because at the end of the day, I need to be respected. You know, I don't want to be out here looking like that every time I come around, I'm the out here trying to just preach to the young because then there'd be a lack of respect. So that we have to keep it right. So whereas they get it the right way. So I talk to Fabio all the time. Now he's one of the ones that we really talk a lot. And I could say as far as him, he really gets it. You know what I mean? So if you could reach a few of them, you know, and also lead by example, then, you know,
Come on,
you're doing your job.
Damn, I thought that was my phone. Like, is it the host phone going off?
My phone vibrate. Only my wife get the rings.
Oh, so you gotta look at him. I ain't gonna lie, I be damn near answer my phone on stage when Chrissy called me like, yo, hold on, what's it?
It's like that. Damn.
Whoa, someone you lucky calling someone jam. I had to stop. Like, hold
1 second. I seen the post that you put the other a day ago. I seen you out and a young brother was killed out in Harlem, and it was like, you know, everybody's out. Does that deter you from still going out?
No, I mean,
you a Harlem, like you love Harlem, and I love that because kids get that inspiration of seeing things. But then it's also you got to be careful because you want to make it home to Chrissy. You want to make it home to your son. And not to say that a beef started with you, but anything can happen on any random night, on any random day.
Anything can happen on any random night, on any random day, in anywhere. It can happen in Chick-fil-A. It can happen, you dig? But
in your house, it could happen.
But yes, in the hood, it happens a little bit more than we would like to. And in Harlem, there's things that's going on that are really crazy right now that definitely hurts my heart. Not saying that they haven't been going on, just saying that from an older position and watching things going on and knowing all the ignorant things that I did coming up, I do wish that we can come to a medium and start to have some change. And that's why a lot of the times people see me, it's not outside to shine on people, it's just show the younger kids coming up some inspiration, because I definitely came from the same things that they came about. So when you see me having these barbecues or you see me feeding the community and things like that, it's just that what it is and things like that. It's not for me to be glamorizing and none of that. It's this, I want to show the community that I'm here to help. At the same time, I come from this community. This is a place that I love. Like what happened the other day in Harlem, it definitely hurts my heart. I definitely send out my condolences to the family, the young kid that was lost. I know he was a kid playing basketball, and so many kids from my hood know him. He was playing in the Kingdom tournament. So we need to do better in the city. I do know that gun violence is at an all-time high, but it's always been at an all-time high if you look at the statistics and things like that. We need to find a solution. Solution's not going to start with one person. It's going to start with a lot of us, and a lot of us that's a little bit older need to give back to the community as far as giving a helping hand, some of the things that we didn't have coming up. We didn't have too much. So now looking back, I try to do everything I can possibly do in my favor to actually help my community. You know what I mean? So shout outs to Harlem. Absolutely. Big Harlem.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, would you do a show, right? Like a couple show, right? Where you and Chrissy help Mano find love.
This is crazy.
And help him with his heartbreak and his obsession with white women.
And his obsession with white women, that was nasty.
You're a dirty person, man.
The old man over there, the guy.
It's an obsession. Is this what you want to present out there? Because we're going to be on the blogs tomorrow behind this. This right here.
My man, Young Calvin Klein right here.
This is
Obsession Cologne right here. My man, Young Calvin.
This is how. No, I want to show y'all. I want to show the world
how this goes
how
viral.
Things get taken out of context and how you end up viral.
Because that's the only part they're going to keep.
Yeah, that's it.
Mano's obsession with white women on the Breakfast Club
and
tomorrow.
That is not true. Listen, shout out to my kids' mothers. I gotta go now. I gotta go there. I gotta go there though.
Happy Father's Day.
I've never heard you. This is a new one.
I gotta go there because it can get bad right here. We playing with the Breakfast Club and they can take it out of context. So this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Shout out to my kids' mothers, my son and my daughter, two beautiful black women.
Okay.
Strong black women.
Strong black women, independent, strong black queens.
That's right. I've never been in a relationship with a white woman in my life.
Okay.
Okay, so stop playing with me.
You like what you like. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, you still playing?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying there's
And
nothing.
what do I like,
I wouldn't
Angelique?
judge
I
you.
like everybody.
Right. That's all I'm
like
saying.
everybody. That's
We're
the
not
thing.
trying to say is anything wrong.
No, I don't. I don't
Exactly. That might be the
discriminate.
problem.
But last thing for real, have you slowed down on your
My intake?
Your bachelor and your
My intake.
Yes, because your intake at one
I
time.
haven't heard
was a
much
lot.
about Mano
Yeah,
lately.
that's right. I've slowed down.
I haven't heard much.
I've slowed down because I'm recording.
Yeah.
Kitchen
You have the
Talk.
podcast.
Both of y'all been to Kitchen Talk. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Both of y'all been there.
Absolutely.
You know, shout out to Fox Soul. We going up. So yeah, so we doing business in a major way. You
I
understand?
think it's time for you to settle down. I think you played. You played a lot.
Is Chrissy ever like enough hanging out with Mano?
Jim, do you ever know the story? Like, do you know the guy that you're sitting next to? Like,
Yo, this is bad.
Like, do you know his
You
life?
still want to go?
Because for women sometimes it's like we don't want our man around.
Really? And I'm that guy.
Like he plays with friends,
Really?
enemies.
This is bad.
Please.
Yo, E, you know everybody changes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
You know,
saying.
everybody hits a point in their life where they want more and they got to do better.
Yeah.
Because if you continue to do the same thing, what you gonna get the same results,
That's
right?
right.
So we can't continue to
Tell
do the
him,
same
Mano.
thing, right?
Last
So
question,
stop
Mano.
trying to put this jacket on me.
Right.
It don't fit.
Is there anybody that you regret going that far and said, I should have just left them? Never mind. It's Lobby Boyz, Mano, Jim Jones. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, Tupac, his family has opened a pop-up restaurant in L.A., and that's going to be until June 30th. So that's also in conjunction with Fixin' Soul Kitchen. You know, that's the restaurant that's owned by Kevin Johnson and his wife, KJ and his wife. So this was a concept that he actually came up with, and they found a notebook with a piece of paper where he had an idea for this restaurant, so they posted what that looked like. And so the family has opened these pop-up restaurants. They did it already in Fresno, California, and in New York City in past years. So it's the Power Mecca Cafe, and that'll be from June 16th to June 30th, like I said, in partnership with Fixin' Soul Kitchen.
Who's his family? Because I know his mom passed and he has no kids, right? So who is his family? Do you know?
Well, no, I don't know which exact family members are doing this, but he does have more family.
I'm
and
just
people
curious,
that
too. Who connected to
control
him?
his estate also.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Vince Staples is talking about how he dropped a dance album before. He was on Joe Budden's podcast, and they asked him about Honestly Nevermind, Drake's new album.
Yo, listen, real quick, let me ask you this, because we talk about this all the time. You think Drake putting out a dance album gets us closer to the elimination of rap music as a whole? I know it sounds like I'm playing, but I'm serious.
I did that 2017 on me. But yeah, man, like
What, did a dance album?
Oh, that Big Fish was mad at that. What's up with this cuz? This you know how
All right, so yeah, he did feel like when he put out Big Fish Theory, people were having issues with that. And now look, a different day and age. Drake put something out 5 years later, and it's...
Yeah, but Drake played with the dance music way before that, though. Way before this.
I don't know if he did a whole album.
No, he didn't do a whole
like
album, but
this.
he's definitely
Yeah.
done songs before. And a lot of people have done songs before.
Mm-hmm. All right, now Nardo Wick's XXL Freshman Freestyle is here. As you know, they always put out these freshman freestyles. So first up, Nardo Wick, and here is a snippet of that.
I ain't fat or gaining weight, but you can see I'm getting bigger. I ain't picking up no trash, but you can see we getting little. I need a hat that's A-rated. I ain't rushed, just I waited. I blew up, they hate it. Play with me or life, I take it. I need a hat that's A-rated, cause I'm underrated. I was in debt with attention, I had to pay it. I love my mirror jeans, they keep me saturated. And I love my 7.6 tools, they keep me well protected. 205 get hit with lead, now he 180. Choppy make him sit still if he feeling shaky. Nardo, you so wicked, daddy, I know that baby. Somebody call a wick man, I need him to save me.
All right, so that's just one of them.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, that freshman list just came out. All right, and congratulations to Ludacris. He's getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Well deserved.
He posted, "Hey, mama, your son is being selected to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2023. God is the greatest."
Well deserved.
Yes, and some other people who will be getting their stars for this class, Uma Thurman, Paul Walker, Vince Vaughn, also Mindy Kaling, Martin Lawrence, which is really dope, Mark Anthony, Sheila E., Lenny Kravitz, Charlie Wilson, and Melba Moore, amongst others. Irving Azoff is getting one too.
Wow, you would think that some of these got their stars already.
You would definitely
I thought
think
Martin
that.
Lawrence definitely had his star, and of course Ludacris with the amount of music and movies he's done and everything else that he's done. I thought they would have had their stars.
I don't know
Charlie Wilson,
how
too,
they
you said?
decide when, this happens, but it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Bobby Shmurda was on social media and he's working on his album, but it seems like producers are giving him a hard time. Here's what he said.
I made over $500,000 for the year. It can't be that bad outside, my. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is ODing right now? Like, I'm trying to drop my project, but these are asking me clearances, and these producers is asking for some crazy shit. I don't know what rumors is going around. They think like, oh, Bobby just dropping bags, this, that, whatever. I'm not giving no $10,000, $8,000 for no producer song, bitch. Who the told you to make songs with 10 motherfuckers on the song, bitch? Send me some yo, bum ass. Send me some like that with like on the song, bro. Don't play me, bro. I'm not like y'all niggas can bust your gun by yourself.
I have no idea what he said. What
Well,
did
he's
he say?
upset that producers are asking him for $10,000, $8,000 for a song. He also says they're asking for clearances and they're asking for crazy things. And he's saying, don't make songs with 10 people on the song then, and then try to charge them all that money for it. He said, it can't be that bad outside.
Man, we used to pay producers $10,000 a song. That was a come up. That was great because usually if you're a known producer, you're getting 50, 60, 70, 80,000. So if you got a producer for 10,000, that was amazing. Must be not known producers.
Right. So
That's what it has to be.
I'm not sure who he is talking about exactly, but he's not happy about this.
Right.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Up next is the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in Atlanta. Don't forget, I will be there July 9th for my Drive Your Dreams car show. If you miss Houston, you're not going to want to miss Atlanta. Celebrity cars, exotic cars, old school cars, family fun. We encourage you to bring the family, bring the kids. There's rides, there's games, so many different things. So I hope to see you July 9th. And tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster locations, Eventbrite, or you can click the link in my bio. Can't wait to see you guys, but the mix is up next. Let's go.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Leaving a child in a hot vehicle can lead to their death very quickly. If you see a child left unattended, call 911. If the child looks unresponsive, do what it takes to get him or her out safely. Paid for by NHTSA.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for that daily bread. We're going to give somebody $1,000.
Hello.
Hey, is this Robin?
Yes, it is.
Robin! In New
Jersey.
Hi.
Now, Robin, you emailed us and said you needed some daily bread.
I did.
What did you need? What did you email us? What do you need the money for?
Oh, gosh. I don't remember.
What? You better go check your outbox. Robin, you better make something up. You better do something.
We're going to count to 10, Robin. If you don't remember, we got to hang up.
House.
10, 9,
gosh.
8.
This is terrible.
Was it my vacation
7,
or my house?
6.
You have too much money
5,
already, Robin.
4.
What?
You sure
3,
you need this money?
Yes.
You have a car, Robin?
I do. I need tires on the car. I need a lot of things on the car.
Well, we're going to give you $1,000 because you just seem like you just need some bread.
I've
all right?
never heard of such a thing.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. You have no idea.
Your car, your vacay, whatever you need. Whatever you want to throw that money to.
I'm not sure about Robin this morning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Robin seems like she got it. Robin, are you a scammer?
Oh,
are you from Brooklyn?
No, I'm not.
I'm just messing with you. Well, congratulations, Robin. We're giving you $1,000.
Thank you so much. You have no idea.
And you can go to
Neither do you.
Oh, my goodness.
You can go to breakfastclubonline.com. For anybody out there, let us know what you would do with the $1,000, and hopefully you could pick up $1,000. And that's brought to you by our friends at U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. All right, Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Robin's going to the club this weekend. I want to let you know that.
Robin did not need that money.
Robin's going to throw 1,000 singles. Robin's going to buy a couple of bottles. Robin's chilling this week. Is she going to the spa? But hey, it is what it is. Robin, enjoy your $1,000, all right? When we come back, we got the positive note. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right, we got a shout out to Tank and Jay Valentine for joining us this morning.
Yes, their podcast is pretty entertaining, and they're very positive on there. So,
And also shout out to Jim Jones and Mano for stopping through.
they're very positive too. No, but they're having a good time, so I enjoy that, and the album is really good.
All right, now you got a positive note?
Yes, and today's positive note is every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?